today. I think I can see the shore. It was so dark yesterday.
Quebec came first in 1978 with their Accessibility Act. Then came Ontario in 2005. Manitoba followed in 2013. New Brunswick in 2015. Nova Scotia in 2017. British Columbia in 2021. Newfoundland and Labrador in 2022. Prince Edward Island also in 2022, as was Yukon. The Saskatchewan Accessible Act was done in 2023, and Nunavut, which is a special case, is still working on those. However, they are applying the Federal Accessibility Canada Act, or Accessible Canada Act, that was done in 2019. So only Alberta and the Northwest Territories have yet to create an Accessibility Act.
One step forward and 10 steps back. I bet on red, but it should have been black. They say there's nothing that love can solve. I guess that's true without me involved. I rode a high to the end of the bottle. I rode a high to the end of belief.
I want to use Ontario here because I live in Ontario and it's the province that I know the best. So when you are comparing these three acts together and you want to see what might be missing from them, the ADA really is a very strong law, but it does rely on individuals to enforce it through complaints or lawsuits. There is still a problem with digital accessibility because it's a bit of a gray area, right? And it does need to be modernized for technology and to strengthen digital rules and funding for retrofits. And then going to Ontario in the AODA, there is no way that Ontario is on track for its 2025 goal. It's not going to make it. We will not be barrier-free. The enforcement of the AODA is criticized as weak. There are an awful lot of outs for why you don't have to be accessible. So the deadline should be extended. We should strengthen the penalties and expand the standards for healthcare and education. Now, the ACA, or the Accessible Canada Act, applies only to the federal jurisdiction. It does nothing for the provinces. It doesn't give them any sort of guidelines to base their own accessibility acts on. The target date, which is 2040, all the way from 2019, okay, it might be a little bit too encouraging of slow progress. And they need to expand their standards and improve coordination with the provinces. So to sum that up, the ADA is strong law, but it needs modernization. Ontario's AODA is an ambitious project, but it's behind schedule. And the ACA is promising, but it's limited to a federal scope. And Canada's big gap is that there is no single nationwide law covering provinces and territories.
I want you. I want you. Only you. I want you. All the fellas saying it won't work, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're too perfect, I'm gonna get hurt, but I think they're perfectly wrong.